Monday Night Football takes us to Kansas City this week, where the New England Patriots will come to town to face the Chiefs. New England, a 3-point favorite on BETDAQ, 47 the total in this game. This line feels a bit suspicious to me. I bet you most of the people you know like the Patriots here. Patriots, a very popular public bet out in Las Vegas, and it's easy to see why. I mean, they're just better than the Chiefs this season and in years past. But let's just talk about this season. New England, a better record than Kansas City. They score more points, they allow fewer points, better point differential. They're just better than the Chiefs. And the Chiefs have failed to cover in 6 consecutive home games. They're without 2 of their best defensive players here in Derek Johnson and Eric Berry. It's just difficult to make a case for Kansas City, but so many times we see in cases like this when there's a seemingly obvious play that the public is all over and the other side is tough to make a case for, that side, the side that is tough to make a case for, ends up winning so often. Prime example was yesterday. The Atlanta Falcons going on the road to face the Minnesota Vikings. Atlanta, a 3-point favorite, just like New England here. The Falcons, the single most popular public bet of the week out in Las Vegas. And as we said in the pregame show and in the preview to that game that we did, certainly easy to see why. The Falcons entered that game leading the NFL in both total offense and points scored. They were scoring 34.7 points per game. Minnesota, meanwhile, was scoring a hair over 16 points per game, and they were starting a rookie quarterback making his first career start. So again, what's there not to like about Atlanta -3 in that situation? Well, the public agreed with me, not surprisingly. The Vikings ended up winning. So what are we missing in this game? Should we be on the Chiefs here? The Chiefs certainly appear to be the right side from a handicapper's perspective. Look, I've looked at this game closely because, like we said, all the obvious things seem to point in the New England direction. I found a couple things that might be not so obvious, but maybe they're valid. New England leads the NFL in turnover differential, a +6 turnover differential. Kansas City, meanwhile, has not forced a single turnover this year. They are last in the NFL with a -5 turnover differential. Now, turnover differential is one of those stats there is a lot of luck involved. Forcing turnovers can be coached. I mean, Lovie Smith has proved it throughout his coaching tenure in the NFL, both as a defensive coordinator in St. Louis and the head coach in Chicago. Smith now in Tampa, of course. But throughout his career, Smith's teams have been among the leaders in the NFL at creating turnovers, forcing turnovers. So it can be coached. It's not all luck, but some of it is luck. Which way the ball bounces, etc. So maybe the Patriots have just been a lucky team through 3 games, +6 in turnover differential. Maybe the Chiefs have just been exceptionally unlucky, -5, last in the league in turnover differential. So maybe that's a hidden way where the Chiefs could be a little underrated and the Patriots could be a little overrated. The only other thing I can come up with, maybe time has run out on Tom Brady and this New England offense. Entering this game, the Patriots averaging just 301 total yards per game. That ranked 25th in the NFL. And Brady just hasn't been himself. Now, he's not surrounded by a whole lot in terms of pass catching options. But Tom Brady, through 3 games this season, has just completed 1 pass that has traveled at least 20 yards in the air. That ranks last in the NFL. And leading receiver Julian Edelman, who would be a slot guy on most teams and on most Patriots teams in the past, but he's the leading receiver in New England right now, is really the only guy Brady feels comfortable throwing the ball to. Brady completing 81.5% of his passes to Edelman and just 51.8% of his passes to everyone else. So maybe Tom Brady has just sort of gotten old right under our noses. He is 37 years old now. The New England offense has not been performing yet this season. So maybe we just overrate this team right now and overrate this offense because we overrate Tom Brady. The Patriots were my pick for the Super Bowl heading into the season because I had faith in their defense. You looked at what they've done over the last couple of years on the personnel side of this defense. I thought they were going to be very good on that side of the ball this year. Remember, back when they were winning Super Bowls, Patriots had a good defense. Back in the days where we talked about Belichick as a evil genius for his defensive schemes. Remember, he'd frustrate Peyton Manning every year in the playoffs. Well, those days are long gone. The Patriots have been bad on the defensive side of the ball for most of the past few years. But again, myself and many others thought they'd be good on defense this season, and we were correct. New England currently second in the NFL in total defense and top 5 in scoring defense, surrendering just a hair over 16 points per game. But the second part of my logic in liking New England to win the Super Bowl was I thought their offense was just going to roll right along. I said, they're going to have a better defense than they have in years past, and that Tom Brady-led offense is just going to roll right along. Well, it appears as though I might have been wrong with that part of it, because at least through 3 games now, the Patriots have definitely not been rolling along on offense. They've been struggling to protect Brady, struggling on the line. They're last in the NFL in quarterback hits allowed, and Kansas City can really rush the passer. Those edge rushers, Tom Bahali, Justin Houston, can get after the quarterback, so Brady could be in for a long game tonight. As sports bettors, we want to see things just before they happen. We want to predict things just before they happen. We don't want to be the people who, when New England is 3-5 and their offense is scoring less than 20 points a game, we say, hey, I guess Tom Brady's gotten old. I guess this New England offense just not what they used to be. We want to see that or predict that just before it happens. So I ask you, is it happening now? Is it just about to happen? Is that what we're seeing? 37 years old, he can't play forever. We see it with all great quarterbacks. Is this New England offense just not that good? Should we be on Kansas City in this spot tonight? I'm going to say no. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I think it's a little too early to be shoveling dirt on Tom Brady. I like New England tonight, but I tell you what, I wouldn't bet the farm on it.